Alright everyone, this is episode number 94 today of the British Grand Prix of Season 6. If you missed the previous episode, uploaded last week, I recommend you go and check one out at the Canadian Grand Prix as well, because, spoiler alert, a safety car came at the wrong moment, but then all of our rivals failed to pit in time, and as a result, that victory shoots me to the top the World Championship level on points with Lando Norris, as oh my goodness, it's only been 8 rounds, we finally got some movement on the R&D graph. Yes, Haas have brought an upgrade that's going to bring them a little bit closer. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously Schumacher finally getting that podium. Maybe, Gene Haas has decided to take matters into his own hands if Audi won't provide the money to develop that car. But yes, to my own Grand Prix then. We come here leading the championship. It's a British 1-2. Both myself and Lando will look to lead the championship exiting this Grand Prix. And Silverstone on this year's game is actually a good track for me. We're P11 currently, but obviously there is time on the board, as well as we've got Ferrari right behind us. We don't need to worry about him. Through turn 1, they're gaining a bit of time there. Always a lazy first corner. This first sector isn't where I haven't gained a lot of time on the AI, I must admit, as well. But obviously we've got this straight here. My setups in F122 have been generally set up for straight and on. We set a purple first sector as well. Through Brooklands though, this is a corner that I don't particularly get on well with. We have negotiated that and the Alfa Romeo successfully. A little bit corner cut as we come to the old start finish. You don't want to corner cut that too much though, otherwise you will get a warning. Through Cops, can we hold in 8th? Yes we can. That's crucial to keep the speed up through Cops as much as possible. Now through Maggots and Beckett's, don't go off track, otherwise you will end up with floor damage. As I say, that corner's a bit horrible. We are 3 and a bit tenths up on our previous best time, 2 tenths faster than Schumacher through the middle sector. Now through to this corner, which is just a horrible try and keep in 6th gear. I think 5th was on previous games, but obviously with the maxed out cars and the new regulations, it is a 6th gear corner. Through the final couple of lazy corners, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is P4, which I'll take that. Look at that. Top 4 in the championship, top 4 starting in the race. I'll definitely take that. 10th and a bit back, that's a good starting position. Verstappen on pole from Leclerc and Norris. Tickton down in P9 in the top 10. Hamilton a shocker down in P15. Well, we'll see what we can do. Can we extend our championship lead? From a good starting position, it's time for the British Grand Prix.
Great Britain then, one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula 1 World Championship, extends that record further for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 mile long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and Copse flat out. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Phoenix, Oscar Piastri and Vettel, Sainz, Gasly, Ticktum and Kevin Magnussen, Albon, Ocon, Mick Schumacher and Hamilton, Russell, Joe, Nicholas Latifi and Robert Schwartzman, Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
I know this is your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks.
I know, Mark, don't you worry. we'll be taking it careful. We know we don't want to lose a front wing at turn 1 as well. Race strategy is a one stop. Unlike previous races, I think we're going to go a soft medium. We're too far. Try and capitalise on the pace that we have for the first and third sectors. So 5 red lights, the British Grand Prix, and away we go. And it's an okay start. Can we get Norris in turn 1? No, he has that straight line speed. There comes Piastri around the outside. Can we hold off Piastri in the Williams? Down the inside of Piastri, and we're able to get that. Can't get Norris though, almost back rallying to the back of him at that corner, but we have survived. As well as we've got, that's a dive bomb there for one of the AlphaTauris. They're 3 wide, well almost 4 wide with the two Ferraris and 2 AlphaTauri. Sainz on mediums, it's Vettel on soft tyres as Albon's getting involved as well. Magnussen having a lovely little look at his teammate down the inside, has the inside move for Brooklands. That's a nice move by K-Mag, as well as Sainz moves out as Vettel now having a go at Piastri. Vettel is having a better season in this final season. This is of course the final season you'll see him in this career mode. So we've got to enjoy him while we can, as he won't be making a feature on F1 23 as well. Up the road, Max Verstappen has an issue, so that is not good for him or his championship chances, and Leclerc has taken the lead. But of course that slowed up Lando Norris. We'll have a look around the outside of Norris, trying to cut in to take a tighter line, still up the rear end of Norris as he gets a little bit of OP traction down the first of the straight. So he's going to go fought back though, and we're going to go defensive down the inside of Norris. We're going to comfortably make the move, leave him a bit of space in the entrance to Brooklyn, but we are up onto the podium and crucially ahead of the man we're tied level on points with in the championship at the top. So you know that would be us going through. Now we just need to get Verstappen as well, which will be easier said than done. Verstappen, even though he's in a damaged car, is still going to put up a fight, definitely through Copse. But we have made the position around the outside of the Copse up to P2. Verstappen though did not want to give up that position. You know, his championship challenge isn't. You know, he's had what was it, Australia when he was leading, if I remember rightly, and he had issues which stopped him from now. And now, of course, here in Silverstone as well, as Piastri has re-overtaken Sebastian Vettel at the end of the Wellington Straight, or Hanger Straight, I can't remember which one it is. Piastri now having a look at Verstappen down the inside, a lovely little move out the outside for the corner. Verstappen gets in the space and he's able to get the power down. A lovely little move by our former teammate. Back to our POV on lap number 6. We've managed to set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but we're being hounded by Lando Norris. So we're riding board temporarily with Pierre Gasly, trying to get back in front of his teammate, and he has done so. And then comes instantly into the pits. As well, so watching Verstappen, he's fallen behind Albon, and he's had a Spinala. Anyway, he's had a 360 actually. As well, he's able to carry on, but has lost some positions. That issue clearly affecting the drivability as well of that Red Bull. As we come into the pits then for our one and only stop onto a set of mediums, as well as we go through one of the AlphaTauris momentarily, but we are out in front of Norris, which is crucial. Don't know if we can catch Leclerc, but we have fastest lap at the moment, so you know that's going to be, you know, we are going to gain at least 4 points on Norris, which would be could be crucial when it comes to the end of the season. Time for some team radio.
It looks critical. Find somewhere to retire as soon as possible. We can't risk you carrying on with this race, I'm afraid. Again, find somewhere safe to stop. We need you to retire.
The second time this season, the Mercedes engine has failed me at a crucial point. We were about to beat Lando Norris, you know, our main championship rival, and take a 4-point lead at the top of the championship. Instead, you know, after the heartbreak of Imola, having the confidence to be able to build that up after the chaos of Canada, you know, that is heartbreaking. At our home Grand Prix as well, we were looking for a podium, and it hasn't happened. The engine has given up, and Lando gets second, pinches fastest lap in the end, and that, well, you know, we need another Canada. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get one. You know, the AI have had their slip-ups this season, and that could be costly as well. Leclerc moves in front as well. He is starting to mount a bit of a challenge as well, with 7 points behind Norris. Could it be between Norris and Leclerc for this season's championship? We'll have to wait and see. But that is definitely heartbreaking. Not to come across in P2, instead to DNF. I don't think we could have got Leclerc. He was rapid in the end, picking up his third Grand Prix win of the season. You know, on the form he's on, Leclerc, he could go on to challenge Norris, who of course prior to this hadn't scored in a couple of races, which allowed us to get that championship victory, take the lead of the championship, Canada. So yes, we'll try and bounce back at Austria. That episode will be out later in the week, and obviously France as well. You know, two tougher tracks for me, although Austria, I will say, because it's a sprint race, does allow me, is a little bit better than France is. So yes, all that's remained, if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, see plenty more F122 driver career videos as and they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.